Hey, welcome back. Today I'm going to draw the knight for the chess set, but it's going to be a little different. I'm actually going to trace an existing image. So I'm going to show you how to import an image that I got off of the Googles, and then we can just start tracing it. All right, so I have the same base that I have for all the other pieces so far. And I'm going to do a sketch on the front plane, and to normalize my view. And then up top here, there is an insert image, insert DXF or DWG. I'm going to do image. I've already downloaded this image, so I can just go to import. There it is. Open. It's just a silhouette, and it's asking, where you want to put it in, or which one you want to put in. So I'm going to have the base up top here be the start of the bottom of the thing. So I'm not having it set to anything, so I can kind of move it around a little bit here. All right, so I placed it where I want. I can see my base there. I'm on that middle plane, as you can see, and I can actually start tracing it. Now, what am I going to use to trace it? Well, let me do that use button real quick here on the base. So I have the line, and I'm going to turn that off, turn my planes off. Let's get to actually looking at the direction I'm drawing in. So to draw this or to trace this, I'm going to use a spline line. So I'm clicking on that. I did my use button. I'm a little off on the edges. It's really going to be okay. And just with the spline, I'm going to kind of go around this silhouette here. Give myself some leeway, some artistic, choices here. Doesn't have to be exact. The spline tool is what it is. It's not like the pen tool exactly in like something like Illustrator. So I'm kind of just going around, clicking, and then pow. So now I have a closed shape. I'll hit escape. No, nothing's really defined. You can kind of wiggle things around if you really want to. I'm just going to say that's good for all intents and purposes. So I'm going to hit check mark there. I'll turn that base back on just so you can kind of see what I'm going to do here. And to do this, I want it to follow this curve. So I'm not going to just do a regular extrude. I'm going to actually do a sweep. But to get that sweep, I needed that path here. So I'm going to do a new sketch. I'll do on this plane here. And to normalize my view, I'm just going to kind of just draw a line here. Going across, make sure you're horizontal. And then I'll draw another line through the middle here, there to there. I could have done the use button there. So I have this arc. Here, let me turn the space off, be a little clearer to see what I'm doing. And I want to set this distance to a set value. I'm going to make it 0.125, an eighth. So I'll have the whole thing be a 1/4 inch thick. So it'll go on both sides because I'm going to actually mirror this as well. Spoiler alert. So let me trim away all these other pieces. I just want these nubs here. Yes, I got rid of my dimension and it being defined. Sue me, I'm going to hit check mark. All right, so those now are going to be the path that I'm going to sweep my sketch over. So watch this. I'm going to go here to sweep. I'm going to do new for now. You'll see why. I'm going to choose my knight. And then my sweep path, I'll choose that one. Now it does this funny thing, of course. So go into here and keep profile orientation. What it's doing there is actually trying to go backwards as well, so it's starting to go over itself and it doesn't like doing that. So if I choose profile orientation, it's going to come out at me. Check mark. Let's turn that base back on. Now you see a little problem right away. The back looks good. It's following the curve, but the front is doing that. So watch what I do. I'm going to turn that my sketches back on. Turn off part 2 for now. This time I'm going to sweep again, choosing this, but this time I'll have this as my sweep path. Make this be a new profile orientation. I want this to be new as well. Check mark. I have 3 parts now. They're overlapping, which is great. I'll turn off part 1 real quick. Highlight both my knights, and I'm going to do a Boolean operation here. Intersect. So that's actually now going to just keep the parts that are intersecting, that are the same. So I'll get rid of my little nubs on the side. And look at that. Now I just have one part. Let's turn off these sketches so it looks a little cleaner. And let's turn that base back on. And now I'm following the curve in the front and the back, which is what I wanted it to do. I am going to mirror this, but before I mirror it, let's clean up, or let's add a little detail. So a couple things you can do here, right? The knight's got those little cuts in its hair. I don't know what they're called. You can add those if you want. You can add an eyeball, things like that. I'm just going to add a smooth little fillet here to the back. Let's make it 0.1. Is that going to yell at me? No, it did it. Okay. Check mark. All right, and then from here, you can add more. I'll add a little eyeball with a sketch on this plane. Do a little eyeball. Let's make it 0.05. Sure, why not? That's a little small. Let's make it 0.1. Check mark. We'll extrude that guy out. 0.1. Check mark. I'll do a fillet on here. Right there. And the radius of this thing is going to have to be 0.05. Check mark. And look at that. I got a little eyeball coming out. Let's change the extrude though. I don't want it going too far. So let's make that also 0.05. And then it looks like that. Ooh. All right. And now we can mirror the thing. So I'll highlight the whole thing. Mirror. It's asking for mirror plane. Let's turn my planes back on actually. So I can choose this front plane. And then we are going to add merge with all. Check mark. And there you go. Now I'm back down to one part. And I got a knight on both sides. Turn off my planes again just so you can look at how beautiful it is. And we trace the knight. All right. Good luck. Have fun.